Get ready for main dictation, November 1976. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I have no doubt that you will all agree with me when I say that the framing of the budget in the present context could not have been a light task for the ministry. The ministry have to grapple with several difficult post-war problems. The three shortages that have emerged out of the war are the shortage of food, shortage of cloth, and shortage of housing. There are other problems also which require urgent and serious consideration. They are the demand for increased wages as a result of the high prices and unemployment due to cessation of wartime activities. New and additional sources of revenue have to be found to meet the pressing needs of the present and for the large scale demands of the future in regard to post war schemes of development. I think, sir, these are the essential tasks which face the ministry at the juncture. Let us briefly consider how they have been tackled in the budget. Regarding shortage of food and cloth, the ministry have taken several measures and the success of these measures are being watched with anxious interest all over the state. It is our duty to give our hearty cooperation to the ministry in the efforts they are making to tackle these two difficult questions. The next matter that needs urgent attention is the demand for increased wages, which is coming from all quarters. Strikes have become the order of the day. This demand is the natural outcome of the high prices and increased cost of living that we are having at present. Government must take prompt steps to control prices of all essential articles of daily necessity and reduce the cost of living. Otherwise, they must be prepared to spend large sums of money to satisfy the legitimate demand of the men in the lower grades of service. If government do not control prices, they will have to incur huge expenditure for raising the wages of their low paid employees. By doing so, they will be depleting the budget and they will find it very difficult to provide sufficient finance for the many schemes of development which are so vital to the welfare of our country. Labor unrest has become a grave menace to the peace and prosperity of the country. At present, some of the labor leaders are exploiting the economic grievances of the workers and are creating quite dangerous situation. All the same, this ministry must remember its obligation to labor and they must fulfill our party's election pledged to improve the lot of the common man. Strikes should be averted and not allowed to occur. We must have an effective machinery of conciliation to deal with disputes as they arise. More than that, we must try to prevent strikes by promoting well considered schemes of labor welfare. It is said, sir, that the main cause for many of the ills from which we have been suffering is only overpopulation. Letter dated 10th August 1976 from the Director, National Trading Company, Madras, to the Postmaster General, Madras. Dear Sir, I welcome the recommendation of the Postal Advisory Committee to introduce Sunday delivery of articles. I am also happy to learn that you yourself are in favor of this system, but I understand that there is hesitation on your part simply because this is not done in other countries. Let me ask a question. Why not we set a good example to other countries to emulate? It is my duty to point out that if this system is introduced, many commercial concerns which work on Sundays and close on a weekday for obvious reasons, the public and the press will be benefited. India has made a beginning in the right direction to work on all days of the year. You have abolished the system of express delivery last year, despite the hue and cry by the public against the abolition of this established and very useful public utility service. It is time Sunday postal delivery is restored. May I hope that you will be pleased to pay due attention to my earnest appeal. Thanking you. Yours truly. Stop.